G'day and welcome to DuckZorly Gaming and our Let's Play series back here on Fenton Forest, the 4x version by Stevie. Okay, so a couple of dilemmas we've had now. I say dilemmas. Stevie's released a couple of updates to his maps over the last couple of weeks, and the last one, which I think was update 5, update 6, was at the point where my save game no longer worked and it kept on crashing and we had some problems with it. So we ended up having to effectively reload everything and start from scratch. Bring it back to the day where we were sort of at with our previous recording and sort of set everything up similar. So that's what we've done. We've loaded all the tractors and the equipment and put that back up again. As you can see, we've got our class machinery all over there. We've got our class forage harvester. We've got some tractors over there. We've got our combines over there. We've got our two class combine harvesters, balers in here, and then we have our big M's over there. We have some augers, we have some trucks, we have a tanker wagon here. Our seed hawks are over the other side of the barn. There's a new barn over there actually, which we've got to look at, and all that sort of stuff. So as you can see, we've got a new barn here as well for the combines. So the combines we did hold over here previously, but in there now we've got our cultivators and our plows. And then what we've also done is we've built another shed over here, and this is now where our seed hawks are going to be, so they're not out in the weather. We do have to put a bit of road base in that down through here, so that's only just been finished, and we'll do that a little bit later. Alright, so what are we up to though? So our ground temperature is now at 5 degrees. We are on our 6th day in our seasons, and if we pull up our seasons menu, we can now start planting. So we can plant our wheat, barley, canola, potato, sugar beet, poplar and grass. That's great. Now the other thing is too, if I bring up the map, our grass also now is at the state where we can start looking at mowing it. So we've got field 8 and field 26. Now what we want to do is we do want to bring in some sheep, and I think what we need to do first is we need to get this grass dealt with. So first thing we're going to do, strangely enough for anything on my channel, is we're going to do a bit of grass mowing. So we're going to head on over here. I'm not going to use the big M's today because I just not. Actually, no, I am. I lie. We're going to use a big M. Let's head over. We'll grab one of the big M's and we'll take that down to that far field and we'll get that going, and then we'll head on over to field 8 as well. All right. So here we have it, our big M. We'll start our engine, jump in cab, and let's head on down to the field. Yeah, so the save game itself caused a bit of a pain. It took me a couple of goes to get everything set up the way I wanted it to, but we are now up and running again. As long as Stevie doesn't do another major update, we'll be all good. And in fact, from here on in, unless there's something absolutely game breaking, which I'm sure there's not, we're not going to update any further. Now the reason I took this last update is because he has done some work on the winter textures, which makes it look even better, or on the seasons textures generally, not just winter. And I think everyone's going to like to see that on this map. So that's why we did the update. But from here on in, we will just be dealing with this map, and that's where we're going. All right. Now, where are we going to go? Let's have a look. We're going to go all the way down to field 26. So as you can see here, here's our other fields that have all been ploughed in. Fields over here that have been ploughed in. So this is the extension area of the map. For those of you that aren't aware, the difference between the 4x and the normal version of Fenton Forest that Stevie brought out. And we are now on the extended area, which is the southern extension. So he's extended the map in all 4 directions, north, south, east and west, with added fields and forestry and all that sort of stuff. So to the south we've got extra fields, to the north we've got some extra fields and some extra forestry area and some very, very big hills. To the east and the west we've got some more fields as well. Particularly in the west though, we've got a little bit of an island area. In fact, we'll bring up the map just so you can see it. You can see over there fields 17 through to 21, and that is the new area over there. Alright, now get rid of that. Get close to our field now. A couple of sheds down here. Now previously recall I had a plough sitting down here ready to be used when I needed it. But we haven't brought a plough down here since. Now we have actually changed some of the equipment that we're using as well. So we've got rid of the John Deere ploughs, and we are just using some Bednar ones now. So alright, and here we are. In fact, so let's get rid of that. Alright. Oh, I thought I had grass here. Hang on. What have I done? No, I'm not. I'm still nowhere near. See, this is how big the map is. I was thinking I was down here already. Alright, let's just inspecting the ploughed ground. That one there's all ready to be seeded as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this guy set up, have him start mowing, and then we're going to head back to the farm and we're going to grab a couple of tractors and some seeders and get them working as well. Now I'm not going to do multiple workers on the field. I'm just going to get one tractor and one seeder on each field as best we can and just get that started. In future episodes we will certainly have multiple units working on the one field, but for the moment we're just going to get them all started so we can get cracking into these fields. Alright, now it should be the field that's over the far side. Now I don't think we've got a road that goes around through there, so what we're going to do is we're going to head up around here, up on the verge, the side of this field. This field here we don't own. Again, we'll bring up the map. That's oh yes, we do own that one. My mistake. That's field 24 and field 26. So we've got lots of sowing to do. Now using the seed hawk, obviously we've got a very big seeder, so it won't take us too long. And we've got some Pronto DC9s from Horsch to do the smaller fields. And here we are, all that lush green. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do it quite simply. We're going to bring up courseplay. We're going to do this now. I just want to double check to see what field it was. 26. So we're going to do that. We're going to come into course generation. I could have done it in here. 26 headland. I'm going to do 3 headland passes. We don't have to worry about islands, not multiple tools. 3 meters is not quite right, so let's what we'll do is we'll just lower this out so it actually calculates correctly. So it's actually 13, I think it's 13 meters even for this big M450. Right, we'll lower that. Alright, let's try again. So field 26, calculate, that's 10 meters. There you go, 10 meters. It's smaller than the big M500. Okay, I think we're about good to go. Headland pass is done. Generate field course. So it'll now generate our course down here. There we go. So it's generated the course. So as you can see, we're doing 3 headland rows, and then we're doing east-west tracks to finish off. Alright, now, so we escape back out of there, and there's the start of the course over there, and we're going to go first waypoint, and that's all we need to do, and we're going to drive course. Turns on his lights, heads on over. Now we have obviously got all this grass at the side of the fields, and we will be making the most of that as we need to when we need to. Off he goes. So he's now going to be head on around, and he's going to finish off mowing that field nicely. Alright, we're going to head on back to the shop, or back to the farm I should say, not the shop, and we need to go grab one of our Zerions and grab a seed hawk and start getting into it. Now the other thing too is we have got some new tractors on here. We've got the Class Atlas, the Atlas 946. And that's a wonderful little tractor actually. So we've got those, but so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the big white double-tired Zerions. I'm going to head on over here and grab our seed hawks, which are directly in front of us. I think we're going to start on the nearest field, the biggest field that's nearest, and get that up and running. Now both of these, or all of these seeders are already pre-filled with fertilizer and seed, so we'll be good to go straight away. Go. Alright, pull out carefully, we don't want to get caught up. And off we go. Now, I will also say that there will be a change coming to this map as well, on this series, when the class DLC is released. Now, that is at towards the end of October. So we'll probably be well and truly into our gameplay by then. But that is the intention. We will be replacing some of the gear with the class DLC. Not necessarily this class Zerion, because this is our own personalised one. Unless we grab the Giants one and personalise that one ourselves as well. But anyway. Alright, so here we are. Now, this is the field we're going to seed. Now, let's have a look in our rotation. Now we can sow wheat and barley at the moment, and we want to do that with our first rotation. So I think what we might do is we might do, yeah, we'll do barley first. Right, so that's what we're going to do. So barley in this field. So we're going to set up for barley, which is there. We're then going to unfold. Now while that's unfolding, we're just going to come in here a little bit. And I'm going to set up the field. Alright, so we're going to fertilise and seed. We are going to set up course generation. Field 25. Headlands. I want, whoops, headlands 3. 25.5 meters, no extra tools, no islands to bypass. So he should be good to go. We can generate that field. As you can see there, there's our Crone Big M. He's tearing away. He's doing the northern track now, field 26. There we go. There's our field course laid out. So we're doing a 3 header rows, and then we're doing north-south tracks to finish off. So I'm going to go back from there. I'm just going to come back. Right. And we're going to start at the first waypoint. And we're going to drive the course. And then we'll just watch him and make sure he gets going alright. And off he goes. So there we have it. Off and running. How nice is that? He's got a big job. Now he's got 29,000 litres of fertiliser, and he's got 26,000 litres, sorry, of 29,000 of seed and 26,000 of fertiliser. So hopefully he won't need to refuel for that field, but we'll have to see. Alright, so we'll head back over and we're going to grab the next Zerion. And we're going to head on over and do it again. What we might then do is, while they're doing that, we might take the class with the mower heads on and head on up to field 8, and we might start mowing that field as well. Now I want to get a quick turnaround with the grass fields as best we can, because we need to dry it off. We also need to possibly just look at putting it into the digestate silo, so as we can just set off the digestate and just make some raw money that way. Alright, off we go. He should have gone around the corner by now. He should be heading up on the, or heading on the southern track on the edge of the field. All right. There we go. Now, again, similar thing, we're going to set up for seeding. We are going to set up our course generation. Field 22. Headland around, we're going to do 3, we'll do 4 passes on this one. Oh, sorry, I just knocked the microphone. Alright, we're going to generate that field course. Waiting. Takes a little bit longer, bigger field. There we go. Alright, we are going to send him off. Back. First waypoint, we're just going to back up just a little bit. And we're going to drive course. Okay, and there he goes. Sorry about that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull out of there and we'll observe him as well. And he's going to head on down and get that done as well. Alright, so as we said, the next thing we're going to do, we've got two different ways of doing it. We can use the forage harvester and mow the grass, or we can use the CLAASy. And I think we're going to use the CLAASy. So let's just head on over. We'll grab this beast and we'll just head on over. Alright, it's up to field 8 and we'll get some mowing done. Now with seasons, a little bit different with the way the grass and all that's done. It has to actually dry and all that sort of stuff to get your hay. We're not worried about that at the moment. We just want to get our grass off the field. And we can store that grass and we'll be good to go. Now, as you can see, one of the changes also that came with this version of the map is Stevie has added in the animal pen extension, which is by our good friend Andy, GTX. So we're making use of that. So in fact, once we've come back from doing this field up here, we will actually enable the water trough being built, or the piping for the water trough to be built for the sheep pen. And in fact, we'll do it for all of them. We might as well get it done for all of them at the same time, and that way when we do go to do any animals, it is all ready to go. Alright. So heading up here, as you can see off there to our left, that's the other block of land with the extension. So normally with the old Fenton Forest map, this is where the map finishes, where this water track was. So yeah, bit of a change. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to lower down our mowers and we are going to get started. Unfold the front, get him going. Well, lower the rear, and off we go. And there we have it. We are mowing grass. Now we are going to go off the field and on the field. We're going to do as much grass through here as we possibly can. And that way we can then come back over here with the windrower, windrow it all up, and then collect it all up and take it back to the farm. So we had Gamescom come and go. We've had PAX come and go. Now Giants have started releasing their Friday fact sheets for the Class DLC. Not a lot has come in that so far. I'm a little bit disappointed in one way. They've put two different wheel loaders in the pack, so you've got two different Taurians. Why? I mean, really, do we really need two different ones? I mean, okay, you can also argue, well, do you need 3 or 4 different types of tractors? Well, yeah, you do, because they've all got different strengths, weaknesses, engine power plants, all that sort of stuff, and they just look nice. But I'm not so sure why we need two different wheel loaders, but anyway, that's part and parcel of it. They have confirmed and announced and shown the 2090 harvester. Well, it's actually the what is it? The 8900 series, I think it is. So the new 2020 model of the class combine harvester, which is the biggest and most powerful combine harvester currently in the world, available commercially. And there's also, I think there was the other one, there was 2 others as well. So you're going to have 3 combines, I think it is, out of total out of the class pack, which has got nice. Then we're also going to have all the other implements like our tedders and the mower decks and all that sort of stuff. There is the Scorpion. Now the Scorpion is the telehandler, the class telehandler. Now we did have a Scorpion, albeit briefly, in Farming Simulator 17, I remember. As same as we had the Jaguar and the Cougars. The Cougar being the 5-deck mowing machine. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see that. As much as I would love to see that in Farming Simulator 19, I don't think we will. It's not a current model made by and supported by class, so I don't think they will bring that in. It would be a lovely surprise if they did, because it is a fantastic piece of equipment. Now, the model we had in Farming Simulator 17 was a little bit buggy. The guy did a good job bringing it over from Farming Simulator 15, but just didn't work 100%. And again, our good friend Andy, GTX, came to the fore, and he actually fixed it up. He actually did it for our other good friend Johnny V. Thankfully we were able to get a copy of it from him, and we used it on Sosnovka Not Extreme, which was a map by Johnny V, and we had a lot of fun with it. Once it was working, it was a very good thing to use. So it took away the love of the Big M for a little while. But anyway, the model wasn't perfect, but it did what it needed to do, and that's what was enjoyable about it. But anyway, so no point crying over spilt milk, so we're not going to see it, I don't think. We're going to see, obviously, the tractors. I think you'll see all the variants of the tractors. I think you'll see the Zerions, the Arions, and the Axions. I don't know if there's anything else we might see coming out. We certainly won't see the Atlas, I don't think, which is what we've got on this map currently. We'll see their Windrower. We'll see the Baler, or Balers. So yeah, we've got a lot of equipment coming, which is going to be lovely. Now again, there is no map, but I know that's annoyed some people. But there's more than 35 pieces of equipment coming in the DLC pack, and I think that is plenty. And of course it helps to rub in the a bit more salt into the wounds of the JD lovers. Yes, I said it. There you go, boys. More class gear in Farming Simulator 19 than JD. Isn't that wonderful? Alright, I'm going to get some hate mail over that. I know it. Anyway. That's all good. We'll deal with that. Oh dear. Alright. And I think the first one to do that will be Mr. Webb. He'll be the first one to get into me about that. But anyway, that's all good. Alright, so we've done 2 header rows now. And what we may well do is continue. We're certainly going to continue this on. But I think we might have to get the hired worker to finish off, and then because this will be pretty much the end of this episode, comes to a close very, very quickly. But before we leave, I do want to actually just check on the progress of how our hired hands are working in the other fields. So again, just recapping, we've got a hired hand mowing the field of grass in the Big M, and we've got 2 of our Zerions with the Seedhawks out seeding our 2 biggest fields that we currently own. So it's been quite a productive day. Again, I apologise for the little bit of a shift, the shake up with the equipment and all that sort of stuff. However, it was a little bit out of my control, but we are now back up and running, and that's also part of the reason why there's been such a delay in getting this video out. But now we're back up and running. We should see a lot more videos coming out for our Fenton Forest 4x series, because we just love this map. We really want to get stuck into it. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you'll continue on with the journey here on DuckZorly Gaming and Fenton Forest 4x. Now don't forget, the map is available from Stevie's Facebook page, as too are all of his mods, many of which are being used on here. For instance, the Bednar plough, which has now been turned into a plough, cultivator and a subsoiler, all 3 different models of the same thing. So you can head on over to his Facebook page and pick that up as well, and you can see them being used in the next few episodes here as well. Alright, so what we're going to do is, I know we've still outside of the field boundaries, So we're just going to leave him here. We're just going to park there for now. Let's bring up the map. In fact, I won't bring up that map. We'll bring up this map and we'll see exactly where everyone is and what they're doing. Alright, so there we go. We can see our mower down here. He's getting through. He's on his east-west tracks now, so that's very good. Our guys here, he's on his starting his third header row by the look of it. And this guy here is on his, probably on his second, just starting his second. So that's all very good. If we have a look at the maps, we can see it's been planted now. So these have gone yellow. This one here has gone harvested. And up here you can see we've started harvesting field 8 as well. So yeah, that's it. And that is it for today's episode, ladies and gents. We have run out of time, and we will be back here on Fenton Forest ×4 lickety split. Hope you enjoyed the episode. As always, please, if you did like the episode, press that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know your suggestions too about what you want to see during this series and on this map. It is always open for suggestion. It's not necessarily just always going to be what I want to do. If you've got a suggestion and I like that idea, then we may well do it. But please don't bother putting down suggestions like buying a John Deere, because that is not going to happen. Alright, so thanks very much for watching again. Don't forget also, if you're not already a subscriber to the channel, please consider subscribing. We are on the road to 1,000 subs. We are getting closer and closer as each day goes by, and I'm really looking forward to hitting that goal. Not for any other reason other than the fact that it was a rather long-term goal. We didn't think we were going to get to that anytime real soon when we started this whole process, and I'm really looking forward to getting there, just to tick off that goal. Alright, so no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night, no matter where you are in the world, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon back here at DuckZorly Gaming. Take care. See you all later. Bye.